Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and if this video has found you when it's found you at the exact right time. Trust it's found you when it was supposed to. And if anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and please know I'll never reply to your comments telling you to message me through WhatsApp. That's not me doing that, so block, report or ignore. But just know it's not me. Let's go on with this reading. What is happening for this collective? What's happening? What's going on? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. That's good luck, that's good fortune, good karma, things turning in your favour, things are working out for you, things are happening. I don't know, some of you, it's like you needed to get the ball rolling on something, but it wasn't, and it was really hard, but now it's things are going. You got the High Priestess right next to this, and the High Priestess is all about your intuition and trusting your higher self as well. For some reason that's coming through. Trust your higher self. You actually know a lot more than you think you do. Like subconsciously, you know. It's almost like that thing, if you've ever done this, it's really freaky, of if you tell your body, wake me up, you go to bed, before you fall asleep, you say, wake me up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Fall asleep. You're going to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's the freakiest thing ever. But yeah, subconsciously you're listening. Subconsciously there's more going on. There's a lot happening that you're not aware of. So trust your higher self. You have the answers. If you ask yourself, it's almost like give yourself the guidance. Ask yourself the guidance. Go into quiet. Go into peaceful meditation. And if there's something you've been wanting to know in your life, like a big question, instead of asking others around you, ask yourself and just see what flows through. And the Devil, you've got 3 mages. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess and the Devil. Any more? Yep. The Strength card. 4 mages. This is majorness. Majorness. The Strength. Okay. Okay, anyways, I'll go back to the beginning. Very good place to start. Though, a deer. Feet. Joking. Sound of music. The Wheel of Fortune. There is things turning in your favour. Saw something on my shoulder then. There could be something about your shoulder. You could kind of be noticing someone tapping you on the shoulder a lot recently. Wheel of Fortune is things working for you. Things going your way more often than not in the near future. It kind of feels like a turning point. You may have, like I said, there was something that you were struggling to get the ball rolling. It's starting now. There's something shifting in your favour. High Priestess, your intuition, listen to yourself, listen to your higher guidance. You know the path, you know the way. Some of you are questioning, you're at a crossroads, you don't know which way to go. Ask yourself, you know what your highest self would do. The Devil, something about toxicity or bad habits or addictions. Some of you, there's also just an energy of the Devil is sometimes your ego trying to keep you safe. So you know the right direction, and then you know the easiest, safest direction, safest, in like the more predictable, consistent, you've been down this road, you'll know where it'll lead you, or do you go down the road that you know you want to go down? So there's something about that. There's something about the Devil interfering. Devil wants to keep you comfortable and safe. Notice I'm saying safe, because just because you think something is safe, because you can predict what's going to happen, doesn't actually mean it's safer than the other direction to go in. It just means you feel it's safer because you can predict it. The Strength card right next to this, you're strong. I don't know, there's something where really remember you're stronger than you realise. Just as with the High Priestess, where I said you're more powerful and your subconscious and your mind, and there's more to you than meets the eye. There's more going on than you give yourself credit for. It's the same when it comes to your strength and your grit and your tenacity. I think you underestimate yourself a lot. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. You have 4 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands is celebrating. Sometimes this is like a party, but it's a lot of energy is what this feels like. There's a lot of energy, so it's like a wedding, or you know that feeling of there's a lot of things happening. With the Wheel of Fortune here and the 8 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune is all about doing a 180. So if you're always at other people's weddings, it feels like you're going to be at your own wedding. if you have no interest in weddings, fair enough, but it just seems as if maybe you're always at other people's graduations. It's your turn. You're always celebrating other people's wins. It's your turn. Things are now going your way. There's something where you're shifting gears, you're shifting direction. 8 of Pentacles could be around work, success, and you're going to be celebrating. Popping the champagne just come through for some reason. Clarify the High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess. You have the Death card, another major. This is my favourite card. It's all about the phoenix rising from the ashes, okay? With the High Priestess here, it almost feels as if your major transformation, your turning point in your life, is coming from you paying attention to yourself rather than over prioritizing other people's opinions. It's not that they're not valuable to you. It's not that other people's experience and opinions isn't valuable. It's not that at all. It's just that you're valuing your own opinion for a change before you ask others. Before you ask for others' 2 cents and what would you do if you were me, you're going, well, what would I do if I was me, because I am me? What do I actually want? What do I feel is best? If I was the best version of myself, what would I do right now? If I was the bravest, most courageous, most intelligent, most strong person version of myself, what would I do? Oh, I'd do that. And then there should be no more thought put into it. That's what you do. And instead of asking others what they would do if they were you, because they're not you. If they were you, they would make the same choice. Like, that actually confuses me when people say, like, what would you do if I was you? You'd do the exact same thing because you'd be me. Or if they say, if I was in your shoes, I'd do this. And you think, no, if you were in my shoes, you'd do, again, what I'm doing because you'd be me. Like, huh? 4 of Pentacles, clarifying the Devil. There's something about... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the Devil is holding on quite tightly sometimes, being chained to something, being attached to something, and then 4 of Pentacles holding on very tightly. So there is something about an attachment here. It's time to let go of. It's time to cut that chain, cut that cord. You feel like you can't. You feel like something has solidified, because I'm getting like concrete, like it's concrete, the concrete's dried, you can't get out of something. There's a way out. There's always a way out of something, especially I want you to look harder, especially if you feel that to be really untrue for you. If you're watching going, it's not a way out for me, Christy, you don't know my situation, I'm completely stuck. Look even harder and think outside the box, because you're never as stuck as you think you are. There's always a creative, different way to get out, but you have to conjure it up, you have to think it up, and it may not be maybe what you're thinking, but there's always a different way. There's always a way to there's always a loophole. That just came through. There's always a loophole. There's always a way through. Clarify the Strength card. You have the 3 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Ooh, okay. I think that you're aware of how strong you are. Because I was like, you're not aware of how... I think you actually are aware of how strong you are. Maybe, I don't think to the exact degree, but you know somewhere around that area. You know you're pretty strong. You don't know quite specifically just how strong, but you know you're strong. There's something here, though, where the reason I said that earlier, it's people... other people don't know, right? Other people haven't lived through your skin and eyes and seen what you've overcome and lived through and survived. So if you were to ask their opinion on what way to go, what should you do next, they're not doing it in knowing how strong, what you're capable of. They're doing it out of their own idea of what they're capable of, what they're, you know, where their strengths lie, and what's easy for them. So just know that's exactly why you've got to listen to your own higher self, because you know what you're capable of, and I think you're going to shock people and yourself by actually having the courage to go after it, having the strength, having the courage of a lion to walk away from... There's 3 of Swords here. This can be pain, but I'm more getting this as a fear of pain, of looking back and wondering what if. It's a fear of looking back, wondering what could have been if you had of gone after what you want to go after, if you've gone down the path. A lot of you, there's something about a crossroads that's coming through real strong of you. If it's not a crossroads, it's about the person you're becoming, and you can see 2 different versions of yourself, and you can see yourself living this life, becoming this character, or becoming the character you've always been envisioning and dreaming of embodying, and you're like, it's going to be painful if I look back and wonder why didn't I do that? What if I'd done that? What could have been? So yeah, that's this massive transformation rising from the ashes, is you finally embodying the person you've been trying to become. I want to remind you for some reason, if you have someone you've put on a pedestal, whether that's a celebrity, whether that's an idol of yours, or it could be a past idol of yours, right? Just think of them, think how amazing you thought they were, and they seem otherworldly. Their value is just the same as your value. No one is more important than you. So I don't know, I feel as if some of you, it's time to look at yourself through the eyes of a fan and be your own biggest fan, and know that that person that you had on a poster on your wall, or that person that you want to be like, you want to become like them, you want that career they have, or you want to, you know, just remember you're just as valuable. You're just as valuable, and you're like, no, they're otherworldly, they're amazing. So are you. So just remember, anybody you put on a pedestal, they're no better than you. They're no worse than you. Everyone's just a person. So, I don't know, it feels like something you need to lift your idea of yourself up and lower your idea of others. And really lift your idea of yourself up and start to go, oh, I'm really quite cool. Knight of Wands, there is a fire. There's a fire coming through, because firstly you have strength of, like, you know, you realizing, I think, you're realizing, why am I getting, this really makes me think of Narnia. Some of you could be reading Narnia. But it's just you going, yeah. And because I kept saying otherworldly, and it's just making me think of the lion on Narnia. For some reason, I don't know why. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Knight of Wands, with that, have the courage to go after whatever you're passionate about, whatever is, why am I getting the saying, if you can't go a day without thinking about it, go after it. Do you know what I mean? If you can't go one day without thinking about something, I want to tell you, it's your job, it's on you, it's on your shoulders to go after it, because nobody's going to be able to push you to do something. You have to believe in you, and I don't know, I feel like some of you need that push, but the push is going to have to come from you. It's going to come from you going, I can do this, I can do this. There's passion, there's excitement, go after something, even if it means having to walk away from an old version of yourself. Now I'm getting that saying, your new life's going to cost you your old one. There's a massive transformation for you, rising from the ashes, but it's coming from within, like the inside out. The inside out of you just going, I'll regret it if I don't. I'll always wonder what if. And if there's someone you've been idolizing that you want to be like, just see yourself standing next to them. You're on par with them. Just really lift yourself up. No, nobody is. Whoever it is, it could be a musician, an athlete, whatever it may be. If you're just like, I want to be them, or I wish I was more like them, or whatever it may be, you are, whatever it is, you are just as important in this world as that person is. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you know it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you when I see you.